everyone. Welcome to Mind Over Number. This is your coach, Karanda, getting ready for a Life Path 2 reading. If you don't know how to calculate your life path number, just add the single digits of your birth year to your birth month and your birth day. And if you got the double digit of 11, 22, 33, or 44, then you are considered a master number, which does not get reduced. Any other double digit you would just add together until you got a single number. If you are the master number of 11, you could also resonate with the life path of 2 since you carry that energy within your life path. Your life path is what you must learn this lifetime or what you came in here to learn. It's also important when it comes to your choices in career. So if you ever need help trying to calculate or want a full numerology chart reading, my information is in the description box below this video and all my videos. Now, Life Path 2. Life Path 2, we're talking about you now. Life Path 2 is known as the Diplomat, okay? Because you are all about cooperation. You can typically be found in careers that have to deal with counseling, mediation, supportive roles, human resources. You are prone to be a bit sensitive, okay? Because you're very intuitive. That is where your strengths lie. You are very skilled in mediation and conflict resolution, which makes you great on a team, being very compassionate, valuing harmony and collaboration. The darker aspects of the life path 2 deal with indecision and a fear of confrontation, and you can tend to sacrifice your needs for others, which may result in you also having issues with self-worth and asserting yourself. All right, so that is the life path of 2. With all that being said, I'm ready. So let's get set and let's go with the reading. Oh, we got to 9 3/4. Because this is a Harry Potter die, specifically Slytherin. All right, Team Slytherin over here. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, you know what I mean. Okay, now, whenever I see this particular number, I interpret it as we're heading into some unknown territory. Perhaps we've learned that we are gifted and now we're training and being sent off to harness our skills, or we're about to step onto a platform and we don't know where we're going, but we know we need to go. All right, so take that as it resonates for you. But I'm going to go ahead and get 9 cues out of my Zodiac bag to help give you confirmation. Ooh. Don't worry, I got another bag. I just like this one. We got 6, 7, 8, and 2 fell out. And we know everything happens for a reason. So always take what resonates for you and leave what does not. This can resonate for future, past, or present energies, because everything is really just happening right now when you get the message. We have Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, and Aries. So those could be your signs or someone you are dealing with. We also have Gemini, Cancer, cusp. So you could be a cusp baby. We have the time space of October 23rd through November 22nd. So that could be also, that could also be significant, or the time frame of your birthday or someone you're dealing with. As far as elements go, we have air, earth, and fire. So there is some form of action needing to take place when it comes to some form of commitment or our career. We are currently in the thinking space, phases. I can't speak, okay? Settle down. In the thinking phases of taking some form of action, something that we feel very passionate about, but we're needing to ground ourselves. Now, we also have the lion, so this tells me that we are getting the courage up in order to do so. With that lion energy, you may want to look at the spiritual meaning of the lion specifically. But the lion energy could either be us gathering up the strength and knowledge in order to communicate how we feel, or we could be a little bit of a cowardly lion like in the Wizard of Oz. You know, we could be a bit prideful in our ego a bit. We'll see what the message is for you twos. Just know that this could, again, resonate at any point in time and space. But every moment, every now moment is given by my Divine Mother, Father God, who helps me interpret all these messages in the way they are meant to be received. And any negatively oriented beings or entities are not welcome. Nope, you got to go. All in the name of the one infinite creator. So, let's get one card out from my twos. Who is this reading for at this time? Again, someone who is all up in their head. So if in your head, this could possibly be a message for you. We got the clouds, the number 6 on the card as well. You can be born on the 6th day in the 6th month, the 6th day of any month, dealing with someone who is 6, seeing a lot of 6s. Take it as it resonates. We also have a King of Clubs on the card, and the King of Clubs is someone who has some form of power or authority. They are business-minded, but they have very strong leadership qualities. They could also be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. This is just someone who takes inspired action and knows how to wield their wand accordingly, as clubs are wands when it comes to Cartomancy. This clouds card specifically can talk about some form of anxiety, nostalgia, conflicts, a loss of trust when it comes to some form of partnership, temporary setbacks, because as we all know, it's not cloudy every day. There are some obstacles, perhaps blocking us from achieving our goals, or we got some sort of news that caused a brief setback. Or some form of crisis, right? But the sun always comes out, so let's see what the message is regarding this cloudy energy. I'm going to use Caterer del Fuego. Alrighty then. One card for the present energy. We got a Knave of Pentacles. What led up to this present moment? One card, please. We got a Ace of Wands. One card for the future space. We got a Knight of Swords. One card for love. We have Justice. One card for the underlying energy. A Four of Wands. Ooh. What's crossing all this energy? What is the problem? Well, we're not talking to somebody. That's the problem. With this Two of Swords. Okay, your attitude towards the situation. We have a Nine of Wands reverse. Outside influences here. We have Judgment. Okay. The hopes or fears for the message. Oh. Three of Wands. And the outcome. A Knave of Wands. So a lot of wand energy. Wands deal with our desires, our intuition, as well as spirit. And we got a couple of major arcana on the table. So there are divinely guided events at play, it seems. So let's talk about the energy first. We have Justice, which is Libra energy. We also have Judgment. And this is, one moment, Fire, right, yes, Fire represents Judgment, as I recall, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and there is a lot of fire energy with these wands on the table. We also have a Knight of Swords, which could be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a young adult of some kind or someone younger than you on the table. We also have a Page of Wands, and this could be a child fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Doesn't have to be though. It can also speak of childlike behavior or childishness. But let's go ahead and see what the message is here. I'm getting that we're anxious about sending some form of message just right away. Okay, because we're not talking. The problem is communication. Perhaps we're blocked, or we need to make a decision about what we're going to say. Essentially, we want to bring forth some form of passionate new beginning with this Ace of Wands. Some fresh new start is what I'm getting. And we're trying to figure out a way to communicate that with this Page of Pentacles. But the struggle is this Two of Swords. So either you're blocked or someone is blocked. But we're taking some fast action to figure it out with this Knight of Swords here. We're hoping to right a wrong that was done here in the past, or balance out a situation, make things fair regarding some form of partnership, some form of union with this Four of Wands and the underlying energy. The Four of Wands could also speak about home. So whoever this individual is, they felt like they were home, right? They were comfort. They made you feel like you could just, be yourself, is what I'm getting here. And we're feeling like we need to be a bit defensive how we approach the situation with this Nine of Wands reverse. There could have been some sort of truth or decision that occurred that makes us reluctant to move forward with this Judgment here. Now there's Three of Wands and our hopes or fears, as they could be closely related depending on the situation. The Three of Wands is a card about travel, so we could be fearing making a move, or we're just needing to gain some sort of confidence, self-confidence in order to travel. We have a Knave of Wands, which speaks about inspired action. So I feel like there's ultimately just a inner conflict here with this Nine of Wands reverse. Perhaps we feel like we don't have everything we need right now in order to communicate. There's something about it that makes us feel a bit suspicious. About coming forward. There's some form of forgiveness that needs to take place here. It's like we're hoping what was done in the past could be forgiven for us to turn this around. All right, so let's go ahead and get the Rebel deck to help clarify this situation. Well, let's just get 2 more cards. One more. Ooh. All right, well, if you're waiting for a sign, here it effing is. What the heck are you waiting for? Get that ish done. So, there's definitely a situation that we want to balance out, but I feel like it's because of our reluctance to let our guard down is what caused this separation or this no contact. As we have this they broke your heart falling out here, and you're the ish coming out as well. So there more than likely was something that someone did or said, but we could have acted out impulsively with this Knight of Swords coming out. You know, this is very fast communication. So I feel like there is a need for forgiveness from you and the person, which is causing us to be a little bit in our heads and anxious, or causing this, temporary period where we're just not talking. And sometimes we need that moment to step back and reflect on, okay, what did I say wrong in this situation? What could I have done better to communicate how I was feeling? What do I want this person to do moving forward so that we don't end up in this situation? After taking this rash action, there's a need to discover or look at what sparked this connection, right? So after we've taken this moment to understand what left us separated, we know we need to take that first step forward, because by immediately possibly, cutting this person off and blocking them, this resulted in getting no closure, and you realizing that you were possibly wrong with making that rash action, or that it wasn't as bad as it could have been, So let's go ahead and get an I am message. One card out here. Oh, well, 2 fell out. 2 for 1. Congratulations, 2. Okay. We have a 15-6 energy on the card. 6 is a number of balance and harmony. Also about partnerships, an equal give and take of a situation. The 5 working with the 1 is giving me a need to change our perspective. I am grateful. On the card, I realize that what is right about my life outnumbers what I perceive to be wrong about my life. I choose to focus on what makes me feel good. I am grateful. To be in gratitude, you have to focus on the now, not the preconceived future, because the future only happens based upon what you do in this now present moment. And you can't take the past with you into the future, because the past is simply memories. The past is not a place you can go, because the past is occurring every single moment, every single second. And when we realize that we are able to stay more in gratitude, you can't be anxious and grateful at the same time. Anxiety is caused by worrying too much about the future, and I feel like we're just worried about what the response will be right now. So I'll move on to this other card here, which says I am receptive. A 18-9 energy on the card, and the 9 is a energy of taking everything you learn from all the cycles and sharing that information. The 8 with the 1. The 8 is a number of karma, balance, good, bad, light, dark. And the 1, again, is a number of individuality, right? 1 is always us. So there's a need to balance ourselves out at this moment to change our perspective. And on the card, it says, I am receptive. I am open to new ideas. I'm willing to try different methods, and I consider alternate viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. So another card speaking of needing to perhaps change your viewpoint on a situation where we know we weren't being fair or just in the past. By staying in receptivity, we are able to consider the other person's side of things. One thing I will say is a challenge for everyone is listening. And we need to listen to understand and not listen to respond. So if we have an answer already when someone is speaking, we're not listening to them anymore. We're waiting for them to be done for us to say what we want to say. And by the time we respond, they could have changed their whole perspective in the sentence, but we weren't listening to grasp it because we were so ready to snap. So I feel like for this situation, be grateful and understand that whatever we think is wrong about a situation, there are far more things right. Be grateful for this present moment, be open and receptive to change, and understanding another person's perspective in order to gain clarity on your own. Okay? That is the message I have for you right now, twos. If any of that resonated with you, wonderful. If it did not, I apologize. Thank you for joining me, and I love you.